Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kenos, currently flying solo because Jeff isn't in the chat for some reason. But welcome to the fifth week of Split 5 of the LCUS. This is the last week before the playoffs. Gonna hop over to the scoreboard for just a second to take a look at that. We have option 12 and Phoenix tied for first, so they're definitely in the playoffs. But down here in the bottom, it gets a little more interesting. We've got Northern Storm and Nine Lives currently in the rankings. There's Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Oh, hey. How's it going?
It's going all right. I was just talking about the standings that we've got here. We've got Northern Storm and Nine Lives, who we're looking at for rounding out the playoff picture. But White Wolf and Blitzkrieg can get in there with some help.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's always tricky when, you're relying on other teams and how their results are going to potentially shape your own playoff situation. So I believe it's Nine Lives who is third right now. So I'm sure they're feeling good
Fourth.
because essentially, okay, well, either team in third and fourth, essentially, you at least control your own destiny. Or if you get a 2-0 today, you get in the playoffs. Period.
Right. Yeah, and I mean the big difficulty for White Wolf and Blitzkrieg here, who are in fifth and sixth, is that okay, there's people saying that you're quiet, Jeff. That's interesting.
Hello? Am I louder?
Now that
I
you're
guess I I guess I started talking louder, so that actually probably isn't helpful.
okay. I mean, I got people telling me that you're quiet. Hang on. All right. While we're talking about this, though, um, the thing about White Wolf and Blitzkrieg, they're gonna have to deal with. I'm gonna hop over to downtime real quick. They're playing against the highest ranked teams currently, so
Yeah.
there's some concern there. I mean, you're controlling your own destiny, sure, but your destiny is, Goliath, and you haven't brought your slingshot today.
Yeah, the other thing though is you have to wonder, I mean, Phoenix and option 12 are locked into 1 and 2. So, we'll see if either of these teams, you would hope both of them wouldn't do this, but we'll see if either of these teams maybe takes today a little lightly. Um, Pulls out something kind of silly, or maybe not necessarily silly, but uses today for some experimental picks, which could end up being to the benefit of their opponents.
Well, I just cranked up the volume 30%, so if people can't hear you now, I don't know what to do. So I'll say that we're ready whenever. Hey, there we go. Thank you, Queen Elizabeth. And hopefully we'll launch into the game here. But I'm hoping White Wolf's got some fire in their bellies to give us a show. They have had shown some promise. Almost beat Option 12 last week. Um, at least almost went 1-1 there after a very painful opening 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was talking on the podcast this past week. I think White Wolf was pretty unlucky actually to get 2-0'd last week by option 12. I think that they played very well. I think you talked about they could have gotten a 1-1. They could have gotten a 2-0 in their favor, to be honest.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Are we struggling?
Yes, I believe we're blind pick instead of draft pick. Thanks, Ace.
I like it. Final week of the regular season with a twist.
All right, so we'll get a few more moments of commentary here, but yeah, let's look, Elizabeth. I appreciate the fact you're giving me commentary here, but I can't help Jeff's personal volume level at this point. I mean, I'll crank it up a little bit more for the audience here. Blind, deafen myself. It's okay. Things we do for what we like to do. All right, so we have Discord now set to well above everything else on my computer. Jeff,
Yeah.
give us a shout.
Someone needs to move from the spectate spot. I don't want to play. Oh, good.
Excellent. Fortunately, they wouldn't be able to hear that because they're not watching the stream. All right, so everyone's turned up. I my ears are not happy, but who needs ears to play League of Legends anyway? So yeah, where do you think they're going to focus? White Wolf is going to focus to try to get an edge here. Do you think they're going to do what everyone else does and try to box out Ace, or should they focus on the other lanes?
I honestly think that they should not give Sivir Thresh over to Phoenix. I think that that's obviously a combination of formula that Phoenix has used a lot this split. So don't give them that. You don't have to ban it necessarily, but at least like pick away one component of it.
Hmm.
And I think that they should enable Foeden up in the top lane. I think Foeden's a very strong player for them. We've seen Lofi Senpai play very, very split push oriented, sort of isolation style League of Legends, and winning the lane on his own. And I would like to see White Wolf sort of try to combat that by trying to take control of the top side of the map.
Yeah, and reminder for everyone watching on YouTube, this is the first set of games the LCUS has played since the Kale and Morgana patch. So maybe we'll see someone pick or ban out Kale. That'd be very interesting.
Yeah, Morgana ban right away, so not one to deal with the new stuff. Plus, I mean, it's such a pocket pick for Ashaway to begin with that I'm not surprised they would take it away. Also, a very strong counter pick to Thresh, which I know Gregosaurus hates. So
they do ban out the Sivir. I might have banned out the Thresh instead, but you know, we'll see what we can see if that ends up biting them or not. We have Brandana predicting 6 bans on Ace. Maybe in game 2.
Oh. And they do take away the Singed for Loki Senpai, which has been a favorite of his, so I appreciate that decision.
Yep. Well, we'll see what the first couple of picks are here. Only 1 ban on Ace in the first 3. That's quite the rarity. So
I do agree with you, though, with them taking away the Sivir as opposed to the Thresh, because Ashaway does not play Thresh, so I'm a little bit surprised that they would just let that go over very easily.
Maybe they're just more scared of the ADC.
Yeah. At the same time, you know, having been an AD carry main for a long time when I played League of Legends more than I do now, you're always going to have sort of this hubris, being like, well, Gregosaurus is a great Thresh player, but he's not going to get me. I'm gonna dodge those hooks. So, like, I think that's just sort of a natural reaction for a confident League of Legends player. It's like, yeah, this guy is good, but he won't get me. So we'll see what ends up happening with that.
I'm very excited about this Swain pick. Not the most common guy.
Yeah, haven't seen that in a long time. Sort of a flex pick, can go mid or top, so White Wolf probably gonna hope that they can gain some sort of advantage based on that.
And Callista. Yep.
Yeah, we have seen Callista from Envy the Serpent before, so I like this from Phoenix. Between the Thresh Lantern and Callista's ultimate, both members of the bot lane will be able to save the other.
It'll be nice to have someone reasonable to throw into the crowd again compared to the Callistas we've seen before.
Yeah, and Lofi Senpai, presumably, going to get that Renekton. So we've talked about him being a very lane-dominant player so far this split, and that, I mean, Renekton is about as lane-dominant as you can get up in the top lane.
And Galio for that last pick there. So we're going to have, like, Swain top then, do you think, or Galio support?
Yeah, I would certainly think so. With Sona having been picked, that means that we can't flex the Galio to support, which is actually, at least on very high levels of play in pro play, the majority of the Galio play we've seen lately is Galio support, but that's obviously not going to be the case. So yeah, I would certainly anticipate Galio mid, Swain top. And there's a lot of AP damage coming out from this composition as well for White Wolf.
Now I'm guessing these last 2 bans are going to be Ace focused. We see the Azir knocked off, one of his new go-tos when everything else gets banned away. Maybe they'll take the Fizz out of rotation or the Lux. Haven't seen Ace on Lux lately though. He has had it as an option.
Yeah, for me, I would take away the Vygar, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
That would be my priority here.
I still forget he's doing Vygar. Nope, takes out the Lux.
Okay, so you were right.
So
on the side of Phoenix, I'm wondering, what do you think? Do you think they'll aim a ban at Pointy Ball?
I do another ADC, yeah.
Yeah. Pointy Ball played a pretty strong Jhin last week, so it wouldn't surprise me if they maybe gravitate towards that.
I mean, unless they're scared of Arcane Soda jungling. Yeah, a Mumu, that's fair.
Okay.
Still don't have the jungler for Phoenix either, so we could see, the fact they banned out the Amumu, could see Vi, could see Zac.
Yeah, Zac's still available. We know that's a favorite of Alonzi Tardis.
But very interested to see. I'm guessing Ace is just going to go straight Vygar then, since they do have it available. And I think White Wolf, like I always kind of forget that aces started picking that up.
Oh wow, Kog'Maw. Okay, so there is so much AP damage coming out from White Wolf in this composition. Yeah, basically, I mean, top and mid lane are both going to be doing AP damage, and Kog'Maw is about 50, maybe even slightly more percent of his magic damage. So
Might go with the Vi
Phoenix,
here. Not sure how I feel about
I like
that.
that. I like that because it guarantees an engage onto the Kog'Maw.
Mm. Yeah, I can see that.
Uh,
Good diving to get to the
Obviously,
Kog'Maw.
yeah. Obviously, for Phoenix right now with a Renekton top lane and playing against a Kog'Maw, you don't want this to go to late game anyways.
Hmm.
But it gives you some semblance of insurance in the late game. And speaking of insurance in the late game, oh my goodness, are we going Vayne mid?
I
We
guess.
are going Vayne mid, so we have all AD against all AP essentially here. Not all AP, but a lot of AP.
That's okay. Phoenix messing around a little bit here, game one, you think?
Yeah, this is very very strange. It feels like both teams just decided to pull out some weird stuff this game.
Go for some flavor. I can
But
appreciate that.
yeah, we did wonder. I wondered about it in the podcast, and then a few minutes ago in the pregame, would Phoenix try something weird, something new? Considering that they're basically locked into a top two seed already, and Ace on Vayne. I mean, I know Ace used to play a lot of AD carry way back.
Hmm.
When I first started playing with him, must have been 2 3 years ago. He played AD carry a lot, so I know he's proficient on these champions.
Yeah, Vayne was one of his go-tos back in the day.
Hmm.
But at the same time, I was thinking if they were going to do something crazy, bring out the Yasuo. He was teasing it week one or week two.
Yeah. Also, though, I mean, laning against a Galio, I think that this is just going to be so easy, such an easy lane for Vayne. Assuming he goes Hail of Blades as well, just being able to get that free Silverbolt proc onto a Galio in lane over and over again.
Mm. Did pick up that cleanse as well, so scared of the taunt early, I imagine.
Yeah, I think the only way as Vayne that you have to be worried about this lane is if you get flash taunted. So bringing out that cleanse means that you won't get chain CC'd by the Jarvan coming in.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely something to look out for. Though she does have that nice evade as well.
Yeah, the biggest thing about Vayne is that unbelievably powerful in mid and late game. Just have to get through the laning phase, and so when you're gifted sort of a free lane like this against the Galio, it makes sense to pick this up.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. With the other lanes kind of set up, Renekton, Swain will be interesting. Swain does have some of that survivability, but at the same time, being an AP champion up against a Renekton is not necessarily a great time for you.
Yeah, I would hope to see Alonzi Tardis focus some attention early on in the top side, try to get Lopi Senpai rolling. We've seen Lopi Senpai, once he accrues some sort of advantage, his pressure is just relentless. So it wouldn't surprise me if Phoenix prioritizes getting him off to a flying start early.
I'm also a little. I mean, I'm going to talk about tanks for a half a second here. There isn't really, depending how these guys build true tanks around. I mean, Galio can be durable, but depending if they build him AP or not, I'm guessing with all the other AP on the board, they might build him a little tankier. But
Yeah, we've got a bunch of pseudo tanks
right,
in this essentially. Galio, Jarvan, Swain, Renekton, Vi. Those are all guys who just build a little bit tanky,
yeah,
but never full tank. So
off-brand tanks. So we'll see. I mean, that just gives Callista and Vayne and Renekton and Kog'Maw as well all just the ability to absolutely clean up if they're given half a chance. Just can totally
yeah,
shred everyone.
I think that the main objective for White Wolf early um, should be to make sure that their bot lane survives. I think that Envy the Serpent and Gregosaurus are going to look to make some early plays onto this Kog'Maw Sona combo down. I mean, if you land a hook onto a Sona, Sona is just so squishy early on
Hmm.
that you can just get 100 to 0'd so quickly by a Thresh with Ignite. So I think White Wolf's priority should be to not let the game snowball through that side of the map.
All right. Well, we're wrapping up here for 10 seconds to go before the first game of today. Thanks once again to all of our Twitch Prime subs. And let's go into the skin analysis here. Checking out some of the comments. Slackosaurus, very happy that Morgana got banned. Nickelbacher saying that this isn't Devil May Cry. You're correct, it is not. Thanks for reminding me. Alright, oh, no Swain skin. That's disappointing. I think I'll go with Phoenix on this one.
Yeah, just the natural advantage of there not being a Swain skin. And then I like most of the skins on Phoenix as well.
Yeah, the project skins working pretty well together.
Project Synergy, Darkstar Thresh is cool. Pool Party Renekton has an amazing recall animation.
And then everyone just keeps playing Birdo Galio.
I do like Birdio, and I like Arcade Sona, but other than that, not too blown away by White Wolf skins.
Yeah, we'll see. It's just a shame once again about that Swain skin. Why did it do that? There we go. Sorry, my cursor hopped back into the league screen.
Worth pointing out, everybody on White Wolf had matching icons. Everyone on Phoenix except Gregosaurus had matching icons. So some strife in the locker room, perhaps. Gregosaurus not happy with the way the team is going.
Yes, that is certainly what that means. Maybe Gregosaurus won't throw lanterns to certain teammates.
Let the rumors run wild. Oh wow, Project Vane has a motorcycle. I never knew that actually. Super cool.
Oh, right. So let's see how the no aggression, it doesn't look like, at least. Keep an eye out, but nothing as traumatic as White Wolf's first encounters last week. No.
And Ace is not running Halo Blade, so I'm not sure if maybe I'm just a little bit late to the party on that one. Not sure if that trend has passed.
Well, we'll see. What he does with it. Instinctively just looking at the map and I hear a Vayne mid, I think that, well, she doesn't really have great places to stun people.
Yeah, that's true.
But, on the other hand, when you're playing Vayne mid, you're not necessarily looking to stun people. You're just kind of looking to be like, hey, I'm Vayne mid. Be confused.
Just fast forward to 20 minutes, please. Yep, so neither team making any sort of move. Standard starts on the bottom side for both junglers.
We have Prowler noting that press the attack procs before the W and increases it. So that's why Ace is doing what he's doing, I guess. Alright, so we'll try to avoid looking too much at the strangeness going on in mid lane here. Check out some of the other lanes. Yeah, Lofi's aggression here will be something to really keep an eye out for. It doesn't seem like he's trying too hard, though. Oh, here comes Alonz for a quick level 2 gank. Lots of flashes blown.
Yeah, jungler trades splash for the mid laner splash, but I like that play. Immediately give Ace lane dominance. And we haven't talked about it yet, but this is a substitute mid laner for White Wolf with Help I'm Blind. So
hopefully he's not going to get
a cruel strategy, but it makes sense to pick on the new guy.
Yeah, hopefully he's not going to get too put off by Ace bullying him. But we'll see if he ends up working out or not. Mid lane, Foe Eden's being pushed back.
Oh boy, Ace about to get another Silver Wool proc. He actually flashes in and gets First Blood. Oh, so sad for Help I'm Blind. Welcome to the team, my friend. Gank in the bot lane. Arcane Soda gets in under Gregosaurus Rex. Does have flash available. He should be fine. Hooks in Ashaway, but won't get under the turret, so...
That was some interesting turnaround aggression there. Was not expecting him to just, oh sure, you're attacking me, I'll just pull you under turret.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of Thresh players have become very adept at. That time, the White Wolf kept their distance enough that they didn't get hooked and flayed under turret.
Arcane Soda lurking here, but Ace's Spider Sense goes off and he falls back.
Bo Eden has landed a lot of the pulls on Wofi Senpai early in this top side,
Oh,
garnering a pretty solid health advantage.
oh, another big hook down the bot lane, but Gregosaurus taken very low.
Yeah, essentially what that gank did for White Wolf's bottom lane is, it didn't look that consequential, but they did burn the heal from Envy the Serpent, and they got massive health bar advantages off of it. So, gotta be feeling good. Wofi Senpai uses the teleport early on up in the top side. Gets back to lane.
Yeah, getting some of that damage off on Swain though, but Swain can heal up because, like you said, he's landing a lot of those pulls.
And you do have Alonzi Tardis coming down here. Pointy Ball is about to ward. And so they will immediately see that via another hook onto Ashaway, who is relatively low on mana.
Gregosaurus landing a ton of hooks, but hasn't really been able to do anything with them just yet.
Yeah, the bot lane of Phoenix has to be a little bit respectful here because Ashaway is running Ignite. So if you land a couple spells and then you just flash Ignite Gregosaurus without the heal from Envy Serpent, could actually end up being sort of a cheeky kill.
Ace getting jumped on here.
Could be in trouble. He doesn't have flash. Remember, he burned it aggressively early on. Good condemn against Arcane Soda. And now there's just no damage coming out. Flash over the wall. Ace should go down here to the Winds of War. No, he's just slowly hobbling away.
Oh, the taunt. Oh, the taunt misses.
Forever. Ace is, oh, he rolls away again. Hellfire Blind is going low on mana. He may get kited out here, but here comes Pointy Ball. This should pretty much finish it off. Flash in. I'm not sure the flash was necessary, and he didn't even get the kill. Gregosaurus with the lantern. My goodness. Ace with the escape.
Meanwhile, Lofi here to pick on Hellfire Blind and Arcane Soda. Might get at least one, but here comes Faux Eden as well, so I think no one's going to die here at all.
What a ridiculous amount of action for no payoff for either side whatsoever. Great escape by Ace, though. Gregosaurus clutch with that lantern. We've seen that in the past this split.
Oh, another hook there.
Oh, and that one's going to be under the tower. Ashaway in a lot of trouble. Going to go down here under the turret. We just talked about that happening. Gregosaurus making plays. The lantern shield to keep himself alive.
This is why you you ban out the Thresh instead of the Sivir, I think.
Yeah, I think that you are being proven correct.
We have seen in 30 seconds 2 amazing plays from Gregosaurus, saving Ace, killing Ashaway.
Yep, the full repertoire of Thresh skills coming out. That feels so bad for a White Wolf because you accrued a solid advantage in this bot lane over the first 5 minutes. Pointy Ball has a solid CS lead, but it all just goes begging after that hook under the tower.
It also feels bad just because you know, whenever a Vayne or anyone else gets away with that low of health. Oh, great crossbow shot.
Get Hellfire Blind again. Brilliant condemn into the turret. You talked about how there wasn't much to get the stun on, but he found the turret there.
He's gotten a couple of really good stuns. Shot Arcane Soda into the wall in the brush there, now into the turret. So he's finding places to go.
Yeah, we talked about how, he is well-versed on this champion despite, it not being a regular mid laner.
Speaking of the dragon, we do have an Ocean Drake. See some people mentioning the Drake in the chat, still reeling from that Vayne escape. Ooh, collapsing down here. Nope.
Yeah, we'll see if Phoenix tries to go aggressive. Looks like they're willing to let them back off for now. Actually, Tardis going right in. Oh, a little juke there. Juked everybody, including me. Boy, this mid lane, though. Hellfire Blind at 17 CS at 7 minutes.
Yeah, really painful. Really should just be letting himself get pushed under the turret constantly at this point. Just let the minions come to you, friend.
Yeah, we talked about how this Galio matchup meant a free lane for Vayne, but it's been even better than free. Another hook? Nope. Gregosaurus maybe over-anticipates a juke from Ashaway that time.
Foeiden pushed under turret, but keeping up with CS. The survivability that Swain has is definitely helping him quite a lot here. Might be another hook coming from Gregosaurus. Nope.
Both junglers on the bottom side. Looks like this dragon could attract some attention. Arcane Soda, though, he's actually moving towards the mid lane. They're looking for Ace on this main, but the flash is back up. He has level 6 advantage over Hellfire Blind. I don't think this is a gank they really want. Gregosaurus gets a 2-man play down. Here goes Envy the Serpent going full aggressive. Ashway in so much trouble. The Rend will destroy her. Another 2v2 kill for the side of Phoenix. Pointy Ball trying to run down the Callista. Heal is popped, and Envy the Serpent will walk away just fine. Another kill for the bottom side of Phoenix.
We saw what LNZ Tardis said when we interviewed him last week there about how Vi is much better at soloing Dragon. Oh,
Here comes. Oh, they get the ult onto Pointy Ball. Missed play from Gregosaurus, but he lands the hook. Here comes Arcane Soda, though. Cataclysm dunks down Envy the Serpent. White Wolf, they get a reply at least, but the bottom lane of Phoenix is really flexing their muscles early on.
great ult there by Gregosaurus to help him get away. Not sure if that was intentional, or if he was just trying to throw it up for protection and it ended up working that way. But nice that White Wolf is on the board at least, despite being down 2.5k.
Yeah, for the side of Phoenix, though, I mean, if you can get a 1-for-1 trade while drawing the jungler down, getting the ultimate out of the Jarvan, that's still a trade you'll take all day long. It's over a 2k gold lead, free 10 minutes.
The Ocean Drake is especially insane for Phoenix here because it gives Vayne that mana advantage with the faster regenerating mana. It allows Renekton to stay in lane longer to match up with Swain's regeneration. It's going to be very helpful for them.
Yeah, and when you're a Vayne in lane, you don't really think about mana issues being a part of her in a big way, but actually we have a gank going on. Up top, here comes the Sultan Battery. The Swain is going to get knocked up, knocked back by the Vault Breaker, but Fo Eden is very tanky with that ultimate, able to flash away and should survive. But yeah, with a Vayne in lane, a lot of the time you basically have one Condemned worth of mana to you. So you either land it or you don't. Speaking of landing, there's another hook onto Ashaway. But with that Ocean Drake, as you talked about, that gives Ace a lot more flexibility for not having to just save the mana for the Condemn for a big moment.
And we do have Vi trying to solo Nessie over here. Needs some help.
It'll arrive.
Don't think there's any chance for any sort of interrupt here. Oh. Was another brief hook there, but Minion blocked it. So yeah, checking the CS, we do have Help I'm Blind has gotten 20 CS since we last checked, but unfortunately, oh,
Lonzy Tardis is going to get hit by the Cataclysm, has to flash out of it. Here comes Ace looking for a little bit of a reply. Fo Eden came down, and Ace will respect the 2v3 situation. Gets a little bit more chip damage down on the way out. Rip Herald summoned up in the top lane by Loki Senpai, and now he's just going to zone Fo Eden away from it, allow Shelly to do her work.
might just kill Fo Eden here. Fo Eden's ultimate is not available.
Arcane Soda has the red buff, so Loki Senpai, he actually flashes in. Galio ultimate looks like it was interrupted very quickly by a Condemn from Ace. Loki Senpai trying to run away, gets rooted up, gets taken down. Ace going under the tower. Helpline Blind is going to get taken down again. Ace with another solo kill in the mid lane. 3-0 on this Vayne. Pings coming out all over the place onto Ace, but I don't think that Arcane Soda is going to be able to catch up to him for the kill. Pointy Ball and Ashaway are pushed into the bot lane, so there's just no way to catch this Vayne. Gregosaurus walks up with the lantern just in case. Ace doesn't even need it.
Almost lost the top tower there, but still has 1 bar of health left.
Oh, Arcane Soda, you don't want this, my friend.
He does have help.
He's relatively low on mana. Pointy Ball is going to be first to the roam, but that just means Ashaway is left all alone. Ace will finally drop, actually, so Pointy Ball's roam pays off, but he will drop as well, so it's a 2-for-1 now.
Yeah, not sure if Ace was worth it there. I think he did have some bonus bounty gold on him.
Yeah, they got some shutdown gold onto the Kog'Maw, so I understand the rationale there, but Phoenix still just first to the play, more members in that bottom side of the map, taking advantage eventually off of it.
Gonna try to get first turret here. We'll see if it'll work out for them. I think Lowfield beat him to it, though.
Yeah, that top lane turret is going to drop. Phoenix will get some plates, though, off of this bot lane turret as well. We've seen Phoenix do so well at accruing advantages through other means besides kills, taking the turrets, taking farm advantages. This game, though, they're getting the kills and the turrets and the farm advantages.
Yeah, the Vayne has definitely thrown them off, giving much more mobility than you might expect from most mid lane champions. Not to mention damage output that completely ignores everything Galio does. But we'll see what happens here. Foeden seems to be rotating to the mid lane here. Swain versus Vayne would be rather interesting.
Yeah, it looks like that's what White Wolf is going to look for at this point, but that means who are you going to send up to stop Loki Senpai on this Renekton? Because, of course, Help I'm Blind right now, so far behind. No way that this Galio could stand up to the Renekton at this point. And so we'll have Eden hobbling his way back up to the top lane.
Absolutely insane farm on this Renekton too, 108 CS.
Yeah, I mean, he is a lane bully, and we know Loki Senpai is a lane bully in his playstyle, so it's all coming together right now. You do have to give a little bit of credit to Pointy Ball and Ashaway. They do have a sizable CS advantage in the bot lane, so they've done well in that regard, but that doesn't matter when Envy the Serpent is 4-1.
Right. I mean, 5 of the 8 kills are all off of Pointy Ball and Ashaway. So, I mean, they've been doing well to get a CS lead, but, what cost? Checking gold here. 700 gold down, 1,000 gold difference on Ashaway, which is really surprising.
Yeah, well, when you have 104 on Gregosaurus Rex, I mean, that's almost 1,000 gold probably worth of kills and assist gold. And Arcane Soda has not been spotted. He jumps in onto Envy the Serpent. Lantern is outside the Cataclysm, actually, so Envy the Serpent had no chance to get that. Gregosaurus, another hook and play under the turret, but Arcane Soda is tanky enough that he will be able to walk away. So a solid play from White Wolf down in the bot lane, getting a free kill.
I mean, Arcane Soda, 4-0. Really impressive job with this Jarvan. Been involved in every single kill. Might get picked off here, though. Little greedy.
Yeah, Gregosaurus gets the hook onto Arcane Soda again. It's not quite under the turret. Actually, I think it was, but Arcane Soda didn't take aggro. Now Alonzi Tardis is going to go down for his trouble. So there's another shutdown onto this Kog'Maw. That's 2 that he has been involved in. They're trying to stack this gold onto this Hyper Carry and Pointy Ball. Taunt coming out into Ace. He actually doesn't pop the cleanse. He feels confident enough. Here's Eden, though, with the roam down. Good condemn from Ace. Should be able to get him out. Oh, actually, the flash in from Eden picks up the kill. So White Wolf making some moves across the map in the last few minutes, getting back in this game.
Yeah, we have seen them do this before against Option 12 as well. They can make some moves. I wouldn't say that Phoenix has been misplaying that much, though. So it's just really good plays coming out of White Wolf to make these things happen.
Yeah, it seems they've just been first to the play a couple times in a row now. They get a Cloud Drake. I know that's a favorite of yours, Kenos.
Yeah.
And Eden now 1-0-1 on this Swain. He's getting to a pretty decently strong point.
Yeah, the Cloud Drake will definitely help the Jarvan. Will help possibly with the Sona to get to where she's needed. Kog'Maw to get to position as well. So good positioning on White Wolf. There's a comment in the chat here from Great Breed of Odin who says that after First Blood they should have lane swapped. What do you think that is something they should have done? I mean, obviously they're in a good position now, but they weren't. Well, give it a second.
Goes Arcane Soda again. Envy the Serpent is going to get destroyed. Eden actually teleported behind them, so this Swain is really paying dividends right now. The rest of Phoenix trying to pressure in the mid lane, but they won't quite be able to get the turret. To go back to your point, I actually wonder if White Wolf should have considered lane swapping before even First Blood. When you saw that Vayne counterpick come out on against the Galio, you know, I don't know if Swain does well against Vayne, but I have to imagine he has more of a chance to put up a fight than the Galio would have.
Oh, does land the thing there.
In goes Arcane Soda. Ace able to roll away, though, and I think he should be fine. Big crescendo from Ashaway, catches across multiple members. It's a 2-for-1 so far as Ace went down. Pointy Ball is getting really scary. This Kog'Maw just picked up 2 more kills, has double buffs. Phoenix had better start respecting Pointy Ball on this hyper carry.
I like that ballsy play that Help I'm Blind made, diving back in to knock up Vi for that last little bit of disable they needed to secure that kill as well.
Yeah, when you think about just team fighting, you know, Phoenix has this lead. They've played well, but White Wolf in a straight 5v5, you have to respect them. Another kill goes down. Pointy Ball, that's another shutdown as well. This Kog'Maw is getting rich and scary.
Yep, from being 700 gold down to being 1,300 up on Envy the Serpent. Very well done. Is teleporting here though. Or going back on vision, I should have said.
Envy the Serpent has to respect this. So Pointy Ball has double buffs. Yeah, this could just be a dead Callista, man. Double buffs on this Kog'Maw. He was a level up when that trade started. And Envy even burned the flash to no avail.
And this also comes to the conversation that we were having earlier about tanks as well. So now you've got this big scary Kog'Maw, and who's going to be able to stand against it for more than a few seconds?
Yeah, at this point you have to just... Alonzi Tardis has to get the Assault and Battery onto the Kog'Maw, and then I think you need Ace to actually pull out some sort of flank, because there really isn't backline pressure other than the Vi. Renekton is strong, but is not going to be able to zero out this Kog'Maw right now. Hellbound Blind goes in for Ace once again, but I think this time he's overstepped. Ashaway here with the sustain. It's not quite enough to save Hellbound Blind, but they get the trade kill back.
Yeah, this is a scary comp now. I mean, you've got the excuse me.
Ace is going to drop as well. Arcane Soda picks up another kill. And now you're wondering, you know, we praised the Vayne pick, but at this point for Phoenix, have they tried to be a little too cute here?
I think the Vayne still has a lot of potential to it. The issue is that they need Renekton involved in fights. They need something that's distracting White Wolf from targeting Ace immediately. So Lofi, split pushing, good for you. You need to be a little bit more involved with your team, I think, at this point.
Yeah, it makes you wonder about the team composition as a whole, though, because this has been Phoenix's go-to strategy, is letting Lofi Senpai just be out on an island, do his own thing, accrue a farm advantage, which he has, but when the Swain is 3-0 and 5, your 50 CS advantage doesn't really matter.
Yep, only 300 gold up on the Swain currently, and that could change in a second. Big props to Foe Eden just moving around the map. He's been involved in 8 kills. So he's been involved in 50%. I think that a big part of the swing of this game has been when Foe Eden started moving around the map. Teleported in, came in just to get an extra little bit of pressure in a couple of situations.
I agree with you on that. And you gave a shout out to Arcane Soda way back when he was 4-0. He is now 5-1-5, has had such a big impact on this game. It's really been a team effort from White Wolf to get back in this one and to now take a pretty sizable lead.
Yeah, and everyone on White Wolf has been doing a good job. Even Hellbound Blind making some clutch plays despite being 30 CS down. I mean, it's just, at this point, it's just 30 CS. He's 1-4-6. That's not terrible.
Yeah, he started so rough, but at the same time, it's worth noting that Ace really has never had an impressive CS number in this game either. I think it was something like 40 to 15 at 8 minutes. Like, 40 CS is not a great number.
Alright, so we have an Earth Drake now. Definitely something that would benefit either team here. Give momentum back to Phoenix. Give White Wolf a chance to further push on objectives. White Wolf is going for it. They do land a hook, but that's not going to get too much done. Are they going for Baron now?
Lofi Senpai has teleport advantage, so if Phoenix wanted, they could force a 5v4 out of this, but it looks like they're a little shy, don't want to go into an engage. Trigosaurus could get caught out here.
Yeah, they might just get straight up collapsed on here. They have they need to get away to 2 towers.
Yeah, in goes Arcane Soda. Yeah, they have no inner turret. Envy the Serpent doing a good job kiting back, but Arcane Soda managed to land just enough damage. A quick 2-0. White Wolf should consider pressuring the Baron here.
I really don't disagree with, or I really don't agree with that decision that Phoenix made there. I mean, obviously they didn't want to go in on the dragon, but at the same time, you're opening yourself up to get attacked from behind like they were.
Yeah, I wonder if they forgot that they were down 2 turrets in the mid lane. They just had so far to retreat, and there was no hope once White Wolf made an aggressive decision to get in there. Ace in the bot side, we've seen him do a lot of split pushing, but that means that they essentially have no hope of contesting that Baron. Maybe he'll get a turret back, but here comes Foe Eden.
We have a comment here from Prowlers saying that Thresh is trivial now. I agree with that, for sure. But, you know, they could be theoretically have been even further in the lead if Gregosaurus hadn't existed for...
Yeah, certainly Phoenix played the early game brilliantly, but a couple mid-game decisions, Pointy Ball got so much gold, and at this point, it's tough for me to find a way back for Phoenix. They're just hemorrhaging turrets and gold right now.
They need a team fight. They need an actual honest-to-God team fight. They haven't had a real one technically. I think almost every fight it started off with someone getting picked. Um, so, oh, might grab Arcane Soda here. That'd be huge. Nope.
Oh, the condemn not quite on point that time from Ace. Gregosaurus, though, he's looking for something. Bo Eden is in the rings, though, and so Phoenix will have to respect that. Phoenix is going to have to get a brilliant start to a fight, though. They're going to have to get a hook. They're going to have to catch somebody out and get a free pick, because I don't think they win a straight-up 5v5 anymore.
We'll see. I mean, I think there's a couple of things I think they could possibly work on. I mean, Arcane Soda has 2100 health. We have a Callista and Vayne, who are relatively powerful at this stage, I would still say, even if they haven't been doing too much exciting. So you can hook on the Jarvan, maybe take him out, send the Vi to deal with Pointy Ball, or at least disrupt Pointy Ball. They gotta wait for Baron buff to go down though, because Kog'Maw, a 6-2 and 5 Kog'Maw with red buff and Baron buff, no one wants that.
Yeah, I don't think that there's really any way to win a fight unless Pointy Ball misplays or they get a dream hook onto the Kog'Maw or something.
That is one of the issues that Phoenix runs into with Ace not playing a traditional mid laner, is that Ace doesn't have that AoE damage that a mid laner can sometimes do to clean up fights.
Yeah, and if you had something like a Veigar, I mean, Veigar is just such a silly champion in terms of how much damage he can output. You could just delete this Kog'Maw with a full Veigar combo.
Right, and you could stun their whole team with his stun prism thing as well.
Yeah.
His name I can't remember.
Well, we wondered if Phoenix would try something new, try something silly, pull out a little bit of a trick here. They tried it, and so far, I guess early on it worked, but right now we're seeing the problems with it.
Lofi dancing a little
on
bit.
The wings, looking for the hook, but Pointy Ball is just chasing down Ace. He's actually in the middle of the fight. This could be the one that Phoenix needs. Here comes Hero's entrance, though. Will it keep Pointy Ball alive enough? He is just refusing to go down. They take down Alonzi Tardis. That was the chance. It looked like Pointy Ball was locked up for so long. Here goes Lopi Senpai. He should finally be able to finish Pointy Ball. No, the shields, the heals from Ashaway are not allowing this Kog'Maw to go down. The Renekton will drop as well. Gregosaurus falls to Fo Eden. It's a 3-for-0, and that looked like Phoenix's chance, but they couldn't quite close the deal.
Yeah, it was their chance, but they just had a really bad opening. Ace had to not only fall back, but then teleported home, so it was already a 3v5 to begin with. Ah, man, painful.
Yeah, it's so disheartening when you're so close to killing this Kog'Maw. They had him down to about 10% health on at least 2 different occasions in the midst of that fight. But the heals and the shields from Ashaway, the peel from all the other members of the team was just barely too much. Ace is going to get run down now after getting caught by the taunt. And White Wolf leaves the base of Phoenix in shambles.
Next dragon up is another Cloud Drake. So we'll see if they go for that. Looks like they want to get this red buff on Pointy Ball. They will be spotted with this, but with 2 inhibitors down, Phoenix may not be able to do too much about it.
Yeah, looks like it'll be a second Cloud Drake going over for free. Ace is still down, so Phoenix can't even think about trying to contest anything on the map right now.
Alright, so dragon down. 8k almost gold lead here for White Wolf. We'll see if they end up throwing this one away, but at the moment it doesn't look like they will.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on it. I think White Wolf, overall, they've proven themselves to be a pretty solid team in the late game. Sometimes they just are too far behind, as we saw against Optic 12 last week. They were just a little too far behind, had no map control, but this time around, they're the ones in the driver's seat.
Man, that Vision of Empire, you always forget how far that range is. Almost hitting Thresh in the Baron Pit from the from almost red buff distance. Oh,
I really love this relentless aggression from Arcane Soda. Gregosaurus just tried to recall a little too far forward. They go full ham on it. Just keeping up the pressure. If you can get a 5v4 on the map, it's worth blowing that Cataclysm for, even if it's just a support.
Yeah, especially because Thresh has all the disables they need to use on Pointy Ball to get this going.
Now, I do think that Phoenix it might be too far behind now. But in that fight we saw a minute ago, if everybody actually was going in onto Pointy Ball at the same time, they would have been able to kill him, but they sort of came in waves. Meanwhile, here's Ace getting rooted up by Foeden. Down he goes. So much damage from Arcane Soda. Pointy Ball nukes down Envy the Serpent. In Loki Senpai is turned into Gator Boots as well. This should basically be game one.
Yeah, they've got 30 seconds to clean this up. Unless we're getting the miracle Thresh plays to end all Thresh plays here. There's no way that they can stop all 5 members from chewing this down. Oop.
So we wondered if Phoenix would try something different. They did. Didn't work out this time. Wonderful job by White Wolf snowballing off of that mid game. It seemed like it all stemmed from just a couple plays that went their way in a row, and then the train could not be stopped.
Yeah, great job. I'm just gonna say Arcane Soda again. Just got that early game momentum. Wonderful plays by Foeden as well. Just great overall team effort.
Yeah, everybody sort of made the right plays to get Pointy Ball rolling in the first place, and then that Kog'Maw was just terrifying so quickly out of nowhere.
Looks like everyone sold all their good items and bought Rage Blades. Alright, check out some damage real quick here. Alright, Kog'Maw got a lot of damage. Imagine that. Alright, so with that out of the way, we will move on to game 2 in just a second. White Wolf, we said they needed to control their own destiny. They did it in that first game, and we'll see if they can do it again. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.